Hello students, our today's topic is soil as a resource. What is soil? We know that soil is the upper part of the earth's surface. It is a loose material and very much useful for the plants to grow. Soil it is consist of different kinds of minerals, humus, etc. Soil is formed mainly due to the process of weathering. Now, what is the full procedure or what are some factors for the formation of soil? There are some factors which is responsible for the formation of soil. What are these? First of all, climate, topography, nature of parent material and vegetation. What are their role for the formation of soil? Due to the different agent of climate, the big rocks on the earth's surface break down into small particles. So when the rock break down into some small particle, it is easier for the different climatic agents like the wind, water to carry them with some other places. So when this agent carries these materials to other places, due to the friction, these small particles gradually make some dust particle. And when this dust particle mixed with the humus, we call it soil. So these are the few factors for the formation of soil. Next. In India, we can divide the soil in some part, that is alluvial soil, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, desert soil and mountainous soil. First of all, the alluvial soil. Mostly we can see this kind of soil beside the river bank area. That means in India, the soil beside the Ganga river, that is Ganga Brahmaputra Great Plain, this plain region is composed with the alluvial soil. How does the soil form? The river carries all the sand, silt through all its life, and when it comes to the plain region, due to the lack of speed of the river, it cannot carry those material very fast. So the materials start to deposit inside the river. Due to the flood or excessive rainfall, when the river bank flooded, that time this sand and sleet spreaded in the beside the river bank zone, and these make the alluvial soil. This soil is very much fertile soil, and mostly in India we can get a broad amount of alluvial soil. It consists of sand, silt and clay. It is divided into mainly two parts, that is khadar and bhangar. Now in this soil, as it is very much fertile soil, that's why different kinds of crops, rice, wheat, jute, different kinds of crop is suitable in this soil. Next, the alluvial soil is mainly divided into two parts, that is Bhangar and the Khadar. Bhangar is the largest part of the northern plain and it is composed of oldest alluvial soil. So Bhangar is the old alluvial soil and Khadar is the new alluvial soil. That's why the Bhangar is less fertile than the Khadar. Next. Next is black soil. Where can we see the black soil? Mostly in Maharashtra and Deccan Trape region. Why the color of the soil is black? Because mostly during the time of the formation of earth, that Deccan Tract or the part of Maharashtra region, there we can get some volcanic activity. And due to this volcanic activity, the ashes from the volcanoes make the soil very much dark. That's why till now the color of the soil is very much dark. We call it black soil. The soil also has some other name like the Regur soil and also cotton soil. Why cotton soil? Because cotton grows very well within this soil. The soil has a very important characteristic that during the dry season, that means in summer, we can observe some cracks in the soil, whereas in the monsoon time or wet season, the soil become too much sticky. Within this soil, we can get iron, lime, calcium, potassium, but the soil is deficient in nitrogen, phosphorus and some organic matter. Next. Next is red soil. What are some features of red soil we can get? Mostly we can get the red soil in low rainfall areas. And in this soil there is lack of lime. Also it is deficient in phosphate, manganese, nitrogen, humus and potash. That means this soil is not that much suitable for growing different kinds of crops. The color of the soil is red. Why? Because due to the diffusion of iron in crystalline and metamorphic rocks. So due to the presence of iron in the soil, the color of the soil is red. Which kind of crops we can mostly see in this soil? That is wheat, cotton, pulses, tobacco. And which part of India is under this soil? Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, etc. Next. Next is laterite soil. This soil is also very much dark red in color. In this soil, the name laterite came from the Latin word later, that means brick. So this soil is mostly used to make the bricks. In this soil also we can see there is high amount or presence of iron. Organic matters of the soil will be removed fast by the bacteria as it is highest temperature, and humus will be taken quickly by the trees and other plants. Thus, in this soil, the humus content is very much low. What kind of crops we can see in this soil? Rice, ragi, sugarcane. That means the few crops which need a huge amount of water. These kind of crops we can see in this soil. Again, with this kind of soil we can get the southern part of India as well as the eastern part of India. Next. Next is arid soil. That means the dry soil or the desert soil. So where within India we can see this kind of soil? Obviously in our desert region, that is the Rajasthan or the third desert region. In the soil, due to the lack of water, the soil is very much less fertile for any kind of crops. Lack of nutrition in the soil, even the soil particles are very much big and loose that it fail to conserve water or contain water or hold water for long period of time. Mostly which kind of crops like date palms, babla, cactus, these kind of trees or crops we can see here. But millets, that means jowar, bajra and ragi, these crops they need very less amount of water to grow. So these kind of crops we can get in the arid soil or the desert soil. How is the color of the soil? Mostly red to the brown. and the texture is sandy. Next is forest soil. That means the forest soil. Where can we see? Mostly in the mountainous region or highest forest zone. As the forest soil, it is covered with lots of trees. The amount of humus in the soil is quite high. Forest soils are formed in the forest areas where sufficient rainfall is available. The soil is vary in structure and structure, but as this forest soil mostly we can see in the mountainous region, sometimes it is hard for the farmers to grow crops in this soil due to the texture of the soil. Uh, and also in the snow time, in the snowbound areas of Himalayas, they experience denudation and are acidic with low humus content. So when there is snowfall, that time the soil also covered with the snow. So that time the soil there, the lack of humus. So this kind of soil is not that much suitable for growing crops. But potato, this crop we can get from this soil. Next. Now soil erosion. After the different types of soil, the next portion is soil erosion. What are the major causes for the soil erosion? Just in the last video, I have discussed about the different causes for land degradation. When we will call soil erosion, when the upper layer of the soil removed due to some factors, that time we call it soil erosion. And degradation when the soil or the land lose its fertility. Now land degradation or soil degradation is a cause for soil erosion also. The different causes for land degradation are also related with the soil erosion. So what can be some different causes for the soil erosion? Next. So first of all, deforestation, that we are cutting extreme amount of trees now to build our industries, to build our houses. Overgrazing, uh, unscientific irrigation method, pollution. These will be some causes for soil erosion. Now here I am giving you one task, that you make one chart and there you note down what are the different natural and man-made causes for the soil erosion. Now there are different types of soil erosion. That one is gully erosion and another one is sheet erosion. What is gully erosion? When a landform is made up of soft rock and hard rock, row wise. So obviously the soft rock will erode faster than the hard rock. So due to excessive amount of rainfall or wind pressure, when the soft rock portion removed from the land, there is formation of one gully. This way we can see the gully erosion on the land surface. Next, see, this way the soft rock portion has removed from the surface. That's why there is a creation of one gully. Next is sheet erosion. When a huge portion of the land removed or move out from the earth's surface due to excessive amount of rainfall or any landslide, a huge portion of the land, a big portion of the land will remove. That we can consider as a sheet erosion. That means a big portion. Next. Achha. Now we have to think about some technical methods that we can conserve or protect our soil erosion? So first of all, there is contour plowing. What is that contour plowing? Mostly in the agricultural land. Okay. If we can grow the crops in this way, that first of all, here will be our main crop, and beside that there will be another row where we can grow the grasses, because grasses also help the soil to hold for long time. So one line for crops, another line for grasses. This way, if we grow the crops, technical method if we take, so we can reduce our soil erosion. Now where we will grow these grasses? On the soft rock part. On the hard rock side we will grow crop, and the soft rock side we will grow the grasses. Next. The next method is terrace farming. Now in the mostly in mountainous region, as the land is slanting, so due to a small amount of rainfall also, the soil will easily removed. But if we can make some steps over there or stairs over there, so the soil directly will not remove. And if over these steps we can grow some crops like tea, coffee, especially in mountainous region, so this can also help or reduce the soil erosion in the mountainous region. Next is strip cropping or the shelter belt. Both are same type. What we will do in this here, large fields are divided into some strips like the contour plowing. Strips of grass are left to grow between the crops. So this breaks up the force of the wind, and this method is called strip cropping. Here also exchange of grass. If we can grow tall grasses, or sorry, if we can grow tall trees, these tall trees also play a role as a shelter belt. So these tall trees will protect the crops, and also the rainfall will not fall directly on the land. So the tree can save the crop as well as the land. So there are some methods or technical methods to conserve or to protect our soil. From this part, you make one chart from soil, that is how you can easily remember different types of soil and their characteristics. What chart you will make? There will be few columns. First of all, soil name. Where can we get this soil? Means their location, different characteristic, and crops grown in the soil. This way you make the chart, it will help you to remember different types of soil and their different characteristics. And for soil erosion, I said that the factors you divide into two parts, man-made factors and natural factors. So today we have discussed about what is soil and why it is resource to us, what are different types of soil in India, why the soil erosion is happening, and how can we conserve the soil with some technical methods. Thank you.